Hello and welcome to BISP Solution. So we are going to continue our session of Oracle Fusion Financial. Okay, so in the previous session we have completed the task of how to create the invoice and how to pay that invoices, and we have also covered in the previous session about how to pay in full and pay in installments as well. So in today's session we are going to cover invoices as well. So in the last session we have also seen how to post to ledger when we are creating the invoice and payment. So we have also seen the difference that for accounting we don't need to pay the invoice as well. Okay, so now in the today's session we are going to create the invoice creation via spreadsheet, that is ADFDI. What is the full form of ADFDI? That is application development framework desktop integrator. Okay, integrator. So integrator. So just like we have seen in the common GL when we were doing the rapid implementation, we just importing the data, chart of accounts and etc through the spreadsheets. So just like this we are going to create the spreadsheets, and we'll import the spreadsheets the invoice to the spreadsheets to the ADFDI. So first of all we have to install the ADFDI in the client's system. Okay, so first we have to download the ADFDI and install in the client system. Then we have to perform the task. Okay, so how to install the ADFDI? So in our Oracle Fusion, here on the navigation we will see this tools. Under that tool we will going to see the desktop integration file. So in the most cases, just like in this case, we are not able to see that option of the digital and desktop integrator. Okay, so as you are practicing this Oracle Fusion, so many of you will not be able to see this. So there is an option like this. I'll let you show this the download desktop integration installer. In some of the Oracle it will be fine, and in some of the Oracle it will not be able to find it. So to download this you have to go to the Oracle support site, where you can just download the application, the installer of ADFDI. Okay, so after installing the ADFDI it will look like this: ADFDI Excel add-in installer current user. So this is the format of the ADFDI when you will install in your system. Okay, after installing, just like I have already installed, so it will show you that repair or change or remove. So I'll just cancel it. After you install this, after this you install this, close all the working sheets that is open up. Okay, after open up. Okay, so it means to get ADFDI in control. Okay, so after downloading the ADFDI sheet, ADFDI setup, you have to close all the sheets and you install this ADFDI setup in this client system. So after adding on the ADFDI, okay, you have to open a new working sheet. So to add on that ADFDI, so when you click this, like suppose we will see from here, and you go to the files, and under the files you will go to the under the file you will go to the options, and under this option you will go and click on add-ins, and in add-ins you will go and click on com add-ins. After you click com add-ins, you will just set up the go and complete this ADFD file. Here you can see the active application add-ins in my system is already there, and with the name of Oracle ADF desktop integration. Okay, so after you choose the add-ins again and go again, you will go to the general option, and in that option again you come to the trust center. Okay, in this trust center you will going to set up the macro settings here. Okay, after clicking the trust center, under this option you will just go to the trust center settings, and then the trust center settings you will go to the macro settings, and you should see whether the macro setting is enable all macros, that is recommended potentially dangerous code can run, or and you have to check this box to developer macro setting, that will be trust access to VBA project object model. You have to check this box and you have to enable this settings, and after clicking OK, your ADFDI setting is enabled in your working sheet while you are going to do the invoice creation through spreadsheets. Okay, so here this you have to install it and you have to add ins in your working sheet. Now after that you will go to the application tool, and from here you will go to under the payables option, under the invoices. Okay, here under the invoices again go to the task list, and under that task list you will see the option create invoice from spreadsheets. Okay, when you click this create invoice from spreadsheets, and Excel sheet his working sheet will installed in your system. Okay, let's go and click this invoice sheet. Okay, when you click this invoice sheet, you can see the create quick invoices sheet has been installed in the site. Okay, installed in the sheet. Okay, so when you just minimize it, and you will see, so the sheet is downloaded. Okay, here, and when you open up this sheet, okay, when you open up this sheet, it will ask you to log in it. Of course you can install this sheet and you can log in it with another password, another user ID and password, so that sheet will be installed to your so that sheet will be logged in with your login credentials. Okay, when you click enabling editing, and it asks that you want to connect it, here you will be able to connect with your user credential. So it means that you can open up any spreadsheets, but any spreadsheets from installed from any Oracle user ID, but and so it will connect through your user credentials. Okay, when you click on yes, it will ask your user ID and password. Okay, so after giving the user ID password, so the sheet will be open up. So it will ask you, we will just skip it for right now, then update option. Okay, so it will take a few seconds. Okay, so now here you will see the spreadsheets. Okay, and from this spreadsheets we have to record all the required status, and here you can see on the, if there is a single star required, it means it is required, or there it will show you 2 stars. In some options it means that at least one is required, that is one record has to be required in this spreadsheets. Okay, so we just go through a business unit, that is a PRA. We will search as a business unit. Okay, after that we import side, we are not going to see. Here you can see invoice header identifier, it will be in sequence, we cannot change it, we have to do the continuous part. Okay, so invoice number, we will give invoice number we will get invoice number to 3333. Okay, then invoice currency in which we are going to record this invoice. Yes, of course we are doing in the USD. Okay, we click USD and we write the amount of 7,000. Okay, write this amount of 7,000. Okay, and invoice date we will take today's date, and the supplier, here you can see it will require that, or at least one is required, so we should add a supplier, and we have a supplier as well. We double click on it and we choose a supplier from here. Okay, we will choose the supplier that is a test one here, and we add on. Okay, so when you add this test supplier, the supplier number is also being added. Okay, now we have to add the supplier side. Okay, it will automatically come when we record that supplier name. Okay, it will, here you can see it will show you the test supplier one. Okay, when you click OK, so the test one supplier is been added and the site has also been added to this. Okay, now we'll go and see again. It will ask the amount, invoice header identifier is there, we'll correct it. The purchase order, if there is not a non-mandatory record is there, you can record it. Okay, so now we will just add the combination. Okay, so on which combination the invoice has been created, it is so logically, so we have to create the distribution combination. We double click on there, and we add a combination. We add one combination there. Okay, just write 53410 internet expenses. Okay, we click on OK and we click on OK. After recording all the entries here, all filling all the rows and columns, we have to click on save. Okay, we have to click on save. Okay, it will ask you upload options. On failure, continue to upload subsequent rows or download all rows after successfully. You can check this to see that all the rows are successfully uploaded, or you can just uncheck it. We just click on OK and let's see. Okay, so when you click on the save button, you will see here row status, that is row status has been. Okay, so the rows has been inserted successfully. So after this we have to click on the save and submit invoice import. Okay, so it means that it will be imported into a into this application. Okay, so we click on so we go and search a business unit. So we will search a business unit. Okay, and click on, and we will then click on the submit button, so it will be processed. So here you can see the invoice has been forwarded, is recorded here. Okay, we just close this and we go to our application. Okay, in the application button, I am in the application, and now we, after clicking on refresh, okay, after refreshing it, okay, well, let's go and submit it again. Okay, wait a minute, there is something happened there. Okay, okay, let's go and log in it. So we have just added another business unit maybe. Okay, skip, and now we are going to again we click on the save button, and we click on save and submit invoice report. So we select we will select a business unit. Okay, after we select a business unit, okay, we click on OK button and we click on submit, and now we will see this. Okay, okay, and now we will go, now we'll go and see under the spreadsheet. So we refresh this. Okay, here you can see our invoice has been uploaded here, and now it will show you this, that the that this that this invoice has been come from the source, that is the spreadsheet. Okay, so so now with this you will see, you click on this invoice number and you can see here. Okay, so now you can see that all the invoice has been created here. It will give you the distribution ID that we have that we have created the combination when we are doing in the spreadsheet, and the amount and all this, the standard, all this will come up here, all with the payment terms and of course, but it has not been validated, so we have to validate this. Okay, we click on validate button, and now the invoice has been validated. If you want to if you want to make this accounting, we can click on the accounting, otherwise we can move forward. As you can see, the payment is still unpaid. Okay, Okay, so we just go and pay this invoice. Okay, whether we want to pay this invoice in full or not, let's go on. Okay, we click save and close. We don't need to save this, it is already saved after the validation. Okay, we'll go to the payments, and in the payments we will create a payment. This we have already seen in the previous session. Okay, we select a supplier. Okay, we select a supplier. Sorry. So now today's we are going to pay it with manually. Okay, we click on manual and now it will ask. Okay, so we click on PRA and the payment process file as well. Okay, I'll just check it down this. Okay, and the check document that we have created. Okay, okay, it will ask you the payment document number, is that we have already paid to the 10,000 or 10,001 to the payment document number. We click on add, and here you can see there is a two unpaid amount is there, but we select this amount and click apply and OK. Now you can see this amount has been paid, and we click save and close. After selecting save and close, click on OK, and we go and see the manage payment. To the manage payments, of course it will show you the negotiable part. The negotiable part is there because when it will be remain till at the end, but it will show the when we take out the report, it will show you the unpaid amount. Okay, we'll search it down. Okay, just go to this and we click to this to this post to ledger. Okay, so we have when we click on accounting, okay, let's wait a second. Okay, let's get this accounting status to be accounted, and then when we go and see to the invoice option. Okay, okay, let's go and see. It will not showing to the credit limit. Okay, that's why it getting the okay, we can done it. Now again we will go and post to ledger there. Of course it will not go there because we haven't posted the invoices, so this error is basically come. So this is means that without posting the invoice first, we were not be able we are unable to post the account the payment of this invoice. Okay, we click on OK, and okay, we just cancel this and we go to the invoice option again in the invoice window. In the invoice window, we click on this and we post to ledger. Okay, and click on OK. Then after we just view this invoice, here it will show the, when you click on the validation, it will show you that the amount has been paid. Okay, the amount has been paid. It will give you the invoice summary that has been validated, it has an accounted, it has been done the payment. So after clicking save and close, we don't need to save and close. Okay, and we will go to there. Okay, we go to the payments option. Here on the payments option, you click on the manage payments. Under the payment manage payment sec, search it down supplier. Okay, we just clicked on this. It will show you the negotiable because the payment status will be changed, that we are going to see. And now we are going to post this invoice, this payment ledger, and it has been accounted. Okay, so we click on we go back there. Okay, so this is how we will done through the payment sheet, through this add FDI, and through we created the invoices through the spreadsheets. Okay, okay. This is done. Okay, so the next topic we have the next topic we have. So our next topic is debit note and the credit note. Okay, remember we have discussed about the debit note and the credit memo. Okay, credit memo is that we can reduce the amount by issue the credit memo. Okay, if we want to reduce from purchase return, it will be a debit memo. Okay, otherwise it will be a credit memo. So whenever the customer will raise, it is will be a debit memo. Okay, so how this debit memo will be done? Okay, remember I told you about the invoice type in the session. Okay, that how we will create the invoice type. Okay, we will now going to see the invoice type. Okay, so now again in the application we will go okay, first we have to create the invoice. Without creating the invoice, we were not be able to do the debit memo or credit memo. For example, let's go to new Microsoft. We'll just open up. Okay, so suppose here is the debit memo and the credit memo. Okay, here you will see, suppose you have issued the invoice of $10,000. Okay, and there will be open up the credit memo of $2,000. We want to adjust the amount from that we have issued, so it will be deducted. Okay, suppose we have purchased certain amount, certain quantity, that is 10 quantities of $1,000. It means that the credit invoice, the invoice will be 10,000, and we want to issue the purchase, so we want to return it, so we will issue the debit memo of 20 items, that is $2,000, 2 items. Okay, so it will minus it, and it will give you the total amount invoice is 6,000. So this is we done, but we have to create the invoice. System have to be there for creation of invoice, otherwise it will not be able to adjust with the invoice receipt. Okay, so how we will done this credit memo and debit memo under the invoice, we will do this. Okay, so now under the application it will be all done in the invoice option. Okay, so we will go to the invoice option. Okay, so we will go to the invoices option, and this invoice we are going to create the invoice. First we will create the standard invoice. Okay, now we will select a supplier. We'll click supplier. The number we will give 1414, and it will be defined as of $10,000. Okay, we just creating the invoice. Remember the payment terms should be immediate. Okay, it can be changed, but it will get effective in the debit memo and credit memo, or it will be proportionate, and it will be difficult to calculate it, but the payment term should be the immediate one. Okay, we'll create this invoice. Under this line we provide this a distribution set, as we will give the rent. Okay, so and we validate this. Okay, it has been validated. Okay, this invoice has been validated. Now we want to issue the credit memo, so we will create a new invoice. I will choose. Okay, here we will give credit memo 1. Here the amount will be, so remember when we are issuing the debit memo and credit memo, we have to record the amount with a minus sign. Okay, otherwise it will be added. or it will not be taken up here. Okay, we'll click on 2000 minus 2000. Here is the type I told you. There is one type I told you, standard type. Prepayment will go see, debit memo will see after the credit memo. Now we select the standard type will be credit memo. So we will just go and sort it. Okay, so here under the lines you will see we click on correct unmatched invoices. After this option we will go to the go to action. Here we will first have to search the invoice we want to correct it. It will show you the correction type. Okay, it will show you the correction type. It is the amount creation. Okay, from what amount we are going to create it, we'll just type this with a minus icon. Okay, with the minus sign we will be able to see. After that we have to apply and okay. Then we have to validate this option. Without validating, the invoice will not be recorded. So okay, then now we will create, save and create the next. So now we will issue, so now we create the debit memo invoice. Okay, we search a supplier, we give the number D1, that is the debit memo. Again we will just sign it on minus thousands and it will be issue the debit memo. Okay, and again we select the line, that is the unmatched invoices. Go to the action. It will ask you are entering a credit or debit memo for the same supplier side, currency and the amount as invoice number C1. Okay, it will asking that you are we just click on OK and move forward. Okay, again we will give the line, go to option. Here we have to search the invoice. Here we have to search the invoice with the invoice number 1414. Okay, click there and you can see that the invoice amount has been deducted by the 2000 that we have issued. Okay, so we click on this amount creation and we click on minus 2000. Okay, and we click on apply and OK. So you can see the amount has been issued to minus 2000. Okay, here you can see the addresses, all is available there. We have recorded when we create the supplier. Okay, and we click save and close. So we have done the okay. So now we go and pay this invoice. Okay, so now we will go to the payment option. We'll go to the payments option. We create a payment. Okay, and we search the supplier or party. Okay, okay, we just do the type quick and search a bank account number. Okay, payment profile. Okay, payment document will be the check and we click this payment document number will go here. We click on add. Now you will see that there. Okay, why this account has come? Because we haven't validated our debit or credit invoices. Okay, we'll go and validate it first. Yeah, we have to validate the debit memo and the credit memo. Unless that we are not going to record it. The debit is not validated. First we have to validate it. It has been validated. Now we will search here and add it. Now we select all the payments. We take a 1000 payment that has been applied there and we click OK. Okay, so this 7000 will be come up here and we click save and close. So the payment of 7,000 has been done. Here we will go and see the manage payments option. Okay, so we can see that we have completed the payment option. When you go and see on the invoice option, you can refresh this, refresh it again. Here you can see that the payment status has been fully paid up. So this is how we have done this with the debit memo and the credit memo. So we have now seen spreads a creation of invoice through the spreadsheets and the debit memo and the credit memo. So tomorrow, so in the next session, we are going to see the prepayment or payment request approval. So we are going to end this session here, and thank you for joining this session, and see you in the next session. Thank you.